Ah, Hello, Pepe here. And you might be wondering, Pepe, why are you laughing? What's so funny? I'm laughing at a few idiots. You wanna know who those idiots are? The idiots celebrating the removal of Trump from Twitter. See, what these idiots don't realize is that they've literally given Twitter the support that they needed to censor free speech, free opinion. And I actually wouldn't have made a big deal about this, except that a few things happened in succession that kind of ticked me off. And I'm gonna talk about them here with you guys. Number one, Trump got banned on Twitter. Okay. Then he could move to an alternate website, right? Except that alternate website also gets banned from Play Store and App Store. See, the alternate for Twitter was Parler. So Trump could have moved to Parler, but Parler got removed. Now the last alternative is Gab. Now I haven't heard anything from Gab, but I'm expecting that to also be removed at some point. And lastly, 4chan also stopped receiving support from Cloudflare. Do you see a pattern here? The big tech is literally trying to suppress the voice of the right wing. Now, I do say that I'm a centrist, and I still am, but the left wing has done so many shitty things that I have to talk about them, which might make me seem right-winged, and I don't give a fuck because I'm going to talk about them. Now, Trump was banned. Oh, that's right, before I start, I just want to say something. It is ironic how America is literally on a path to fascism, while half of the America is celebrating removing a quote-unquote fascist. And now, why do I use quote-unquote fascist? Is because quote-unquote fascist Donald Trump never actually tried to silence his opponents, his opposition. He never tried to take away their voice from them. He never used his power as a president to take away their freedom of speech, which the left is doing now, and big tech is helping them. And I've got some proofs for that. See, the thing is, Trump was removed from the site because he quote-unquote incited violence. But the thing is that if you actually look at his tweets, if you go back on the Wayback Machine and you actually look at his tweets, you can see that he asked people to peacefully protest, as is their right, as was shown in the BLM peaceful protests. Now, here's the issue. When these protests did go out of hand, some of these people started to riot, right? And for that, somehow Trump is held accountable, even though he actually came out and said that, stop doing this, stop it, go home. He said that, but Twitter removed that. Now, after that, he made a video in which he says that he wants the arrest of all these rioters, and yet we are still going to say that Trump is a fascist. Trump incited violence when he's actually going and saying, I'm gonna have these rioters arrested. Something which, by the way, the BLM, these people who represent the BLM leaders, they never did, right? So my only question is this: if Trump is going to be held responsible for the rioters, right, then naturally Biden, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and all these people who did support and did actually say things like, and I'm going to quote them here, there should be more unrest in the seats. Protesters should not let up. I just don't know why there aren't any uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be. Then we have people saying on live TV, burn down the Republican Party. So my only question is, why are these not being held responsible for their words? Because did they not incite violence? I'll let you be the judge of that. Now let's have a look at some other things. See, once this happened, a particular hashtag went trending on Twitter. What's that hashtag? Hang Mike Pence. How is that not inciting violence? You tell me. And then I found this immortal photo of Kathy Griffin. Just resign now, you lost, it's over. And below, she is holding a decapitated head of Donald Trump. How is that not inciting violence? You tell me. And then we have Wash tweeting, democracies cannot coexist with these people. They disappear or we all do. I'm liking the language he's using here. They disappear. I wonder what he means by disappear. And then we have Gravel Institute posting, you really cannot negotiate with these people. They are your enemies. They want to crush you. You have to crush them. Out of the left wing and right wing, how much violence was actually done by the right wing and how much was actually done by the left wing? Remind me again which side actually did the violent acts and the riots which resulted in $2 billion in damages, businesses lost, 25 people killed including police officer and black people, done in the name of Black Lives Matter. Please remind me, because my memory is a bit fuzzy, right? I can't remember shit. So I just want you guys to remind me which side did that. But sure, let's move on. Because I got a lot of shit and I got a lot of shit to say. Then we have Idris Elba posting, this ain't a movie, ain't calling cut. We cutting the throat of the old system. So you ain't with us, then you better run. I love the language these people are using. These people are so fucking based, right? Look at the language they're using. Then we have People for Bernie posting, you're either Antifa or pro-fascism. There is no middle ground. The question today isn't which side are you on. The question has already been answered. We know who sided with fascism. Don't let them escape it. And lastly, we have Count Dankula posting, fun fact, Ramzan Kadyrov, the Chechenian leader who literally rounded up gay people and tortured and murdered them, is still in and put them on concentration camp, is still on Twitter. And look at that, he has 398,000 followers. Also posting about this, by the way, got Count Dankula banned from Twitter for 24 hours. I wonder why. And lastly, you might have seen this photo from this tweet from the Chinese government posting around that they said that they're basically trying to justify sterilization of Muslim women in China and saying that it's a good thing. This was brought to Twitter's attention and Twitter's response was that this does not violate our policies. Now, from all the things that I've told you, you tell me, is America on the path of fascism now? Or was it fascist before? Because I can tell you one thing, from the eyes of an outsider, someone who is not in America but actually looking in from the outside, and someone who's a centrist, I can tell you that both sides do have filth, but the left is going fucking unhinged. And there's nothing to stop them because the people, well, they don't see it themselves. See, these people are rejoicing. These people are basically agreeing with the fascism because it's against the side they don't want. These people are fucking hypocrites and these people are fucking idiots, and I truly have no respect for any of these. It reminds me of that meme, that comic that Stone Toss drew. This one. Cancel culture has gone too far. You don't stop supporting it until the ban hammer comes for you, right? It won't take long until you say something that you shouldn't have said, or you gain an enough following and you tell them something that you shouldn't have told them, and then the ban hammer comes on you, because there is a massive ban wave going on Twitter. Now, you can be one of those idiots who think that, oh please, Trump incited violence is because he deserved it. Yeah, you can be one of those idiots who actually think that that's why he got banned, or you can actually open your fucking eyes and see that these people are literally trying to silence your voices. Hey guys, Editor Pepe here, and I actually found something that this actually shook me to my very core. There was an article which has this headline, "Have Trump's lies wrecked free speech?" And A debate has broken whether the once sacrosanct constitutional protection of the First Amendment has become a threat to democracy. They are literally discussing if free speech is a threat to democracy. Do you see how dumb that sounds? Free speech, a threat to democracy. These people don't want a democracy. Are you not seeing the pattern here? I found another article which says ISPs will be required to provide network logs to identify suspects who pose a threat to our democracy. This means that they will be free to arrest anyone who they think is a threat to democracy. And this law shall not be misused at all, right? Right? There is a provision in the Indian law that I once read about called UAPA. It was created to protect the Indians from terrorist attack, from planned terrorist attacks, so that people can be arrested before attacks are carried out. And I won't say anything other than the fact that it was misused. And I won't go into much detail about this, but just understand, I can say a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Trust me. Take from this whatever you can. This has been another rant/opinion videos. I want to make more like informative and long form videos with a more concrete foundation. But so much shit has been going on recently that I have to talk about these things first. And lastly, before I close this video, I have a small request. I don't like doing this, but please subscribe to my channel and like the video, because I'm a really small channel at this moment. I barely have 50 subscribers. I barely get 20 to 40 views on one video, right? I don't want my channel and my voice to be diminished just before it's even out there. So whoever the handful of people are who actually watch these videos until the very end, you have my absolute thanks. You cannot imagine how grateful I am. And please do consider subscribing. I'll be posting more informative videos as well, not just political content. I have a video in works. I also want to cover gaming stuff and stuff like that. So I also have a video in works about the current state of Twitch. So stay tuned for that. I'll be posting that in about a week or something, because holy shit, has Twitch done some shit. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening.